Destiny 2, a game we don't know much about.
Yeah.
So here's Tay, why he came on the show. Well, no, StarCraft. You know StarCraft.
Oh, thanks for nothing, Mike.
I was just joking. Well, we want to talk about what we want in Destiny 2 because we don't know much about it. The leak said September 8th release date a couple weeks ago, but that hasn't been confirmed. But there has been this teaser trailer and a teaser image for Destiny 2 from Bungie. And we've been expecting this for a while, waiting for them to actually announce it. Now that there's been how many expansions? 3 for Destiny? Taken King? 4.
4.
Yeah, Dark Below,
Yeah.
Taken King,
House of Wolves.
House of Wolves, Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron. Again, Taken King was the main one that actually kind of revamped how the game worked. So I kind of want to just get right into it. Callie, what do you want? Do you have anything specific you want from Destiny 2 or broad strokes? What do you hope they do better?
I'm hoping that, because there were some things in Destiny, especially vanilla Destiny, and then I felt this in Rise of Iron also, that just felt like chores. Like I felt like grinding for light in a lot of ways. The reward started to taper off for me. Just because when the story is lacking, kind of revisiting the same things and trying to get into a world can be hard for me. And I think the teaser trailer sort of indicated that they're leaning into a little bit more like character personality or world building, especially because he's talking about, like, at the end it kind of zooms out and there's this blown out building. It's like, oh, something because clearly happened. So I'm hoping that is indicative of not necessarily the tone, because Cade 6 is very snarky. I don't think the whole game is going to be snarky, but
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that there's just a little bit more incentive to keep revisiting. I mean, I like grinding. Like, I like grinding for better loot, and I enjoy that. And I mean, that's why I kept playing Destiny. But I think the long tail was a little bit of a struggle for me with that.
When Taken King released, it seemed like they were, like you said, revamping the systems of the game and how it worked in terms of progression. But they also seemed like they were putting a little more emphasis, or at least starting to put more emphasis on characterization and storytelling with those cutscenes where they characterize Cade 6. What are the other Vanguard leaders' names? I forget.
Zavala.
It's a Titan.
Ikora? No, Zavala is the Titan. Ikora is the Warlock.
Okay, so it seemed like they were actually putting more effort into telling that story, because when Destiny first released, when we see all of these trailers back before it released in 2014, September 2014, Taken King was 15. Before it released a few years ago, we kind of saw, like, the people that made Halo and Marathon are going into this MMO space that combines with shooters, and it's going to be our solar system, kind of like a Mass Effect of... like a reimagined solar system we live in. And it was really appealing. But then when we played this game, it seemed like there wasn't as much to it as we hoped, or at least we didn't really fully understand what it was. Like, they kept saying, this is in many ways going to be a platform for us to build upon. And I think those among us who are excited for different reasons kept saying, well, I would still like to see them explore some cool storytelling in this, because I like Halo's storytelling.
Yeah, me too. And I love sci-fi storytelling in general, and I think there's just so much potential there. And I love the feel of shooting in this game, and that I want to combine that with something a little bit more substantial. And I think, like I said, I think maybe the last episode or 2 episodes ago on the lobby, I think, rectifying the stuff with Dinklebot indicates that they kind of figured that out, and they started to take steps in that direction. So I feel like that is promising for Destiny 2. Yeah. That makes sense?
Yeah. They went through a good year of just quality of life changes, as well as knowing, as you had mentioned, Callie, that their story was a little weak, and they're trying to revamp that. And I think they did a good job with that, again, with, as Mike said too, with Taken King, there was like this huge kind of push, and that's kind of what got you back in the game too, was that there was so much more kind of interacting with the NPCs. There was more just story there. And I think and hope that they've learned a lot through this year, that they found a nice kind of balance for both the hardcore and the more casual player. Aaron would love to have some type of raid matchmaking, which is not in the game yet, which is debatable. Which is debatable because I'm on one side of the fence.
I wouldn't want to do the raid with strangers.
but what they could do is they could do it like WoW, where they simplify the raid. For the raid making group, but then they don't get as good of a reward for it. So then they get like a lower tier version of, like, if you did it normally with your friends or something like that.
That would suck, though, if you didn't have any friends who played. I was going to stop at any friends.
But
it would be sad if you didn't have any friends.
But the thing, though, is at least with that, they can still experience the raid, albeit maybe not the full version of it, but something similar, still get the raid experience, which I think is very important to the game.
The raid is like super key. I don't think you can skip the raid if you really want to get the full experience. And that was what the bright spot for Rise of Iron for me was the raid. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like that idea. I would get really nervous. I don't want to do the raid with strangers.
Well, we'll see. I mean, just more matchmaking in general too, because Nightfall and stuff like that. I don't, those things are things that you might have trouble doing on your own, but at the same time, right now they kind of got around that problem by having LFG stuff on online that you can then look for other people, and generally people are pretty serviceable. They know what they're doing, right? So,
and I do think that would help maybe more casual players. Like if you don't have a group that's like dedicated to raiding, like, oh, we're going to raid like every Wednesday or whatever it is, it would be helpful because if you're a casual player who's not going to do that, you aren't necessarily looking for the best loot anyway. So, I mean, that was
the biggest pain point, I think, for some of the people in the office was they did most of what the game had to offer and they wanted to do the raid, but then it was hard because it would take somebody to be like, okay, I'm going to try to assemble this raid.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment. It's a time commitment.
Yeah, or you have somebody who, like, you need to carry somebody through the raid so they can get better gear so you can properly do the raid. And there's just like a lot of complications there.
But like I said, they've added a lot of good stuff. So like everything they've added also for this last kind of like hurrah in terms of like their content drop for Destiny 1 has been good. Like I think all the quality of life stuff enhances the game a lot better than what it was like vanilla Destiny, where you used to have to grind materials like MMO style, where you walk around and pick up like relic iron and stuff like that, which is super annoying. Now it's like way easier. It's just a better kind of experience to not totally waste your time. I guess they respect your time a little bit more.
I also definitely want the app to make a comeback because I love being able to switch gear like super easily. Not have to do the vault garbage. Loved it. I love the app. I used to, when I first started playing Destiny, I would like go to work and like just be on the app looking, like reading the lore because I like couldn't stop thinking about Destiny.
So. Yeah. If you play it on Nintendo Switch, you could use the app on the tablet.
God, I'm just kidding.
What'd you say?
I wish that would come out on Switch.
I don't
never will.
think that.
No,
but
it never
maybe. What if it comes out on PC and you can now get those people that maybe don't have a console and wanted to play it, and maybe you can somehow play with PC. I know I know Xbox One has done a good job of like cross-play with Windows and X, kind of, right? So it's kind of there. I know Street Fighter 5 has it with PS4 and PC, kind of. So it'll be interesting if they can figure that out, because I think that would kind of expand the player base.
Do you guys expect there's going to be like sort of a a small gimmicky VR component? Not like a huge mission, but like try on your gear. Look at this little area. I mean, I'd be shocked if it didn't have it. I think it
Really?
I think it will have. I'm not talking about anything substantial or like this is a selling point for the game.
Well, I mean, because there is like you get content first on PS4. Maybe there's a PSVR
Do
angle.
we know that
but,
for
like,
sure though?
With Destiny, like with original Destiny,
current
is what
Destiny,
but like, I don't know.
You're talking about 2 out of 3 platforms is coming out on have VR support, right?
Yeah.
And they're obviously not going to try to sell the game or have it live and die by its VR support, because I don't think it'll be substantial. But yeah, I'd be shocked if they didn't try a little bit of something to give people just a little taste of, like a different way of looking at this world and sort of being within it.
Last question.
Let's put money on it, because you guys don't. You guys don't think.
A bet.
Yeah.
No, I think
Funny you should mention bets. Eric Tay.
Yeah.
Before Taken King came out.
Oh my God, that's not. This is stupid.
You and I had a bet to see who can get to level 40, the new level cap, first.
Yeah.
So Jean-Luc's going to roll something here. This is me and you playing. I believe he's going to bring audio up. So here's Irish Axe, that's me.
Of course, that's you.
Here we have bounties saved up. And apologies if I'm talking over this, because I don't know if there's audio right now. Jean-Luc, is there audio playing for the stream?
Dead silence.
Yeah. So this is the stream we did. And I turned a bunch of these in. You're like, holy shit, I just got to level 37 in like 10 seconds. And me and Tay had a stake dinner riding on who would get to level 40 first. And
Yeah, cut away from it.
He didn't even
Thanks,
show
John
it.
Luke. Woo! You're the
Oh
man.
my God, he
You're
didn't
the man.
even
We
show
saw
it.
nothing.
You blew it.
We saw nothing.
Damn it!
there.
All right. Well, I won. I ended up because I got to it so easy that within like 10 minutes we turned in bounties we had saved up before Taken King came out, and I got to level 40 right before you. Only because you're like, I could crush you right now and get to level 40. So then I just like started.
I know. You know what else
won
you
it,
had
and
that I
won
didn't
it,
have
and
on?
I never got steak.
I got you a sandwich though. I bought you lunch.
Was it a steak sandwich?
Yeah, really.
I don't know if
You
it
got me
was a steak
sushi,
sandwich.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Sushi is a good alternative, I think.
So we didn't think that turning in all our bounties would just get us to level 40.
Yeah.
But somehow it did that. Also, you have the stupid cloak that gives plus 10% experience.
You had it too. You just
I
weren't
didn't
wearing
have
it.
I didn't
yes,
have
you
it.
did. They gave it to you at the beginning of Taken King.
You didn't just use the
No,
sparkle light and cheat?
for your new subclass. Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, I did lose this. Also, if you just watch this, another fun fact, quality of life thing is, you know how you had to go here to turn in your bounties? You don't have to do that anymore. You can do that in your menus.
No, you had to turn in year 1 bounties to him in person.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. I just wanted to rub that in his face
cut
once
away
again.
from it.
It's been 2 years since that happened. It's actually funny. I was watching the stream. We both look pretty young.
Shut up.
What? Anyway, okay. Sweet. So that's Destiny 2, what we hope we're going to get out of it and what they're going to learn from the expansions that Destiny released. Again, it was a rumored September 8th release date. We don't have that confirmed yet. March 30th, Bungie's going to be making the announcement.
That's the reveal,
tomorrow.
right? That's tomorrow.
Today's the 29th?
reveal.
Yeah, my sister's birthday.
Of March? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Cool.
Your sister's
So
birthday
tomorrow.
is a couple days after your birthday?
Yeah.
That sucks.
But
Keep an
6
eye-
years prior.
Oh.
Keep an eye on GameSpot.com for the announcement or whatever is coming tomorrow, the stream. Is that what it is? Is Deej going to be doing a stream?
No, I think
There's
it's just
a
like a trailer. Like
Oh,
a
a
reveal
trailer.
trailer.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that will be on GameSpot.com. You can go check that out and stay tuned here until September when we will tell you how this game is.
Maybe.
I feel like we'll see something at E3. I don't know if we'll get like hands-on or anything like that, but I wouldn't be shocked if we saw something at E3. We have to, right?
I think, yeah.
So, yeah.
I guarantee.
Oh. You're on the hook. For
I don't
that
know
now.
why I did that.